Hello friends, welcome to my study channel Tech for Java. Today we are discuss here the wrapper classes in the Java programming language. Why we are use the wrapper classes? That means whenever we want to convert our primitive data types into the object type of data, that time we are use the wrapper classes. The classes whose object wrap the primitive data types. It's wrap the primitive values into the class type of objects. That means the Java programming language consists of 8 primitive data types that are the non-object types, and we want to convert that data types into the object types. That time we have used the wrapper classes. It will wrap our primitive members into the object types. So the needs of the wrapper classes, they convert the primitive types into the object types, and needed when we wish to modify the argument pass into the methods. That time means whenever we want to pass the members to the methods as a object type, that time we convert our primitive data types into the object types. Means instead of passing the values, we pass the reference to the object to the methods. Classes in the Java util package that are only handle the object type of data. That time we need to convert our primitive data types into the object types. The data structure in a collection framework such as array list, vectors, they only store the object type of data. So we need to convert our primitive data types into the object types. The objects are needed to support synchronization in multi-threading. The Java support to the multi-thread programming. Multiple threads are executed simultaneously, and to implement the synchronization into the multi-thread programming, we need to convert our primitive types into the object types. So it is very important sometimes to convert our primitive data types into the object type. Java support to the primitive data types, that's why we call it is not an 100% object oriented programming language. So whenever we are use the object types of data, that time we call it is an object oriented, fully object oriented programming language. So there are some corresponding integer primitive data types and their corresponding wrapper classes. So integer is a primitive data type int and the corresponding class is integer, character for character, float for float, short for short, long, double, and bytes. So there is a slight difference between the primitive data types and the wrapper data types. Here we are use the float, and f is a small letter, start with the small letter, and here is a class, wrapper class, it start with the capital letter float. So we can differentiate these primitive data types from the object types. So here we are discuss some important methods of integer wrapper class. As an example, we have take here the integer wrapper class, and there are some important methods that are used for the integer wrapper class, and these all the methods are static type because we call that methods without creating the object of integer type. So always called with the class name and dot operators. So first method is decode methods. It will decode the string into the integer, except the string representation of decimal, octal, hexadecimal numbers as an input as a string type and convert into the integer wrapper class value. Then second one is an parse int. It will convert your string representation into the int type, integer primitive data type. It is also the static type of methods. Third one is parse int. It requires the two parameters, string s and integer radix. That means we want to convert our string representation to the respective data type, that means the binary, octal, hexadecimal numbers. So that time we specify the radix value as an 10, 2, 8 or 16. To convert our object type of data to the string type, string representation, that time we are use the toString methods. Then toString methods along with the integer value, primitive integer value, convert to the string type. Then value of methods, whenever we pass the integer value, and it will convert our integer value primitive data types into the object type integer value. Then second one value is whenever we pass the string type of value, then it will return the integer type of value. It is an overloaded methods for the different types of parameters. Value of string type of yes and integer radix, it is a last method. It will convert the integer string value into the integer wrapper class value. So these are the important methods. And here we have take the example for converting our string array type arguments into the integer data type. So we called here the method integer.parseInt and pass the arguments, command line arguments args of 0. It will convert our string to the integer value. Parse int methods is required to convert this string into the integer. So in this way we have converted the two arguments args of 0 and args of 1, then addition of the a and b, and then it will print the result addition as a c. We take the input as a string type of value and convert into the integer type of value using the wrapper class and the parse int methods. Now we have created one example. Here we use the Linux operating system and we use here the text editor. Now we define here the class for the demonstration of wrapper classes in the Java programming language. So define the class public class wrapper, then the main method public static void main, and string args. From we get the command line arguments. Now we use here the different wrapper classes. Integer I equal to new integer, and we wrap here the integer value 10. Similarly for the double type, double D equal to new double, we wrap here the double value double literals. Similarly the float f equal to new float. Here we call the constructor of that classes and pass the different values to initialize the object. Byte, now print the numbers system out dot println. So here we use the integer wrapper class and it will store the value 10, that is a primitive data type value, and wrap into the integer type. But we want to perform some operation over there. or we store that value into the vector. It is an utility class available in the Java util package. For that we create the vector objects. We need here the import statement, import java dot util dot star, and here we add the elements into the vector. v1 dot add method, and then add I. Means here we require the primitive data types to add the values to the vector. If I try to add the primitive data types, then it will show the error. We require the object type here. Add the byte value. These are the different values for the vectors. Now print is vector system out dot println print v1, complete the main method and complete the class. So here we declare the four variables of different wrapper classes: integer, double, float and bytes, and initialize with the primitive data values. And then we declared here the vector class objects and add these four variables into the vector and then print it. So save this program with the wrapper .java. Now run the program. Java C wrapper. So byte type show the error. Constructor byte is not applicable. Argument mismatch. Lossy conversion from int to bytes. Constructor use. Here we pass the string value. Now run the program. Java wrapper. So it will print the values from the vector. In this way we have discussed the integer wrapper class along with their methods and examples. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Then you will get the notification of my new videos. Thank you for watching.